How you doing? Back with the Real Racing 3 video. I wanted to go over some things with you that I wish I had been told before I started playing Real Racing 3. But first, the first thing I'm going to do, I have 323 gold, and this week we have one of the cars are up for 30% offer. But what's so crazy about it is that it's one of the cars that I had planned on buying in Master. So I have two cars, this BMW M5 and this McLaren F1 and the Corvette sitting here waiting. Now last week I wasn't paying attention and I missed out on an 80 gold savings on that Ford Shelby. But the good part about it is that the upgrades on the Shelby were on sale, so I went ahead and got those and finished that series. But I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of this particular savings and get this Corvette and add that in. I'll go ahead and I'll wait on these. I don't have gold. I forgot I already did these initial upgrades, but I have the car now, so I can do some more with the series. I just got it up to 75%. Okay, so one of the first things I want to tell you about Real Racing 3, and this isn't a criticism. This is just a fact. Unless you have disposable income, I mean so much of it that you have a pile of it in your bathroom that you use for toilet paper, Real Racing 3 overall is price pointed for people who have thousands upon thousands of dollars of money to just throw away. They still have things in here that are priced. I'm not going to go into the store right now, but this is the most important thing you need to know. If you're not willing, see, you can play Real Racing 3 and never spend $1. And as far as I know, everybody that's ever played started off with nothing. I buy cars routinely now. All the cars I have to buy now are gold cars. I mean, to show you something, let me see if I can find it right away. Yeah, right in here, for example. In one of the series, like after I get my BMW M5, and I finish this other Corvette series that I just showed you, I'm gonna finish American Classics and I'm gonna finish Prestige. And then the next series I'm gonna start working on is Real Racing Redo. Okay, so let's go in here. The crazy thing about Real Racing 3, while this was a car I earned, I purchased this car with just racing dollars, right? This car is 630 gold. 630. I mean, and so I'm gonna eventually get the gold to buy that car, but I'm also going to earn the gold to upgrade this Corvette, and not only that, but I'm going to earn the gold to purchase this BMW and upgrade it. Now it's going to take a lot of patience and a lot of driving to do it, but I have a system worked out for myself that I do it. If you're just starting and you're level 1 and your goal you want to get to 500 or level 1000 and you want to earn all these points, like right now what I'm working towards is this 25,000 events to get this 50. This takes a lot of time. So what we're going to do first, I want to show you some videos, and as we're watching them I'll comment so you can see what we're watching. The race characteristics of Real Racing 3 is important to this point. There's a feature built into most of the cars in Real Racing 3 called skidding. There's no difference between skidding and drifting. And this is a good thing. That means you can learn how to control it in case you go into an unplanned skid. You got to know how to get out of it. So let's watch some wrecks. I've recorded some wrecks that just happened. So let's play the video. As we're watching, I'll let you know what we're watching. So here we're at Spa. This is an F1 race. This is me in the Honda. Now watch as I come for the pass. Watch what happens to my car. All right. So did you see that? We're going to go through it again. I went into an unplanned skid and I recovered without hitting the wall. Skid, reverse the steer. So I was in a left-hand turn and had to turn right to avoid the wall. Here's another one. All right. This is one of the reverse physics you'll hear about in Real Racing 3, where I hit the back of this car, but the hit hurt me. So let's take a closer look at this hit. So let's come around and slow it down, and we're going to come around and take some other looks at it. Because I hit the car in front of me, and nothing happened to it. As a matter of fact, my steering started braking and my tail started kicking out before I even hit the car. This is just how Real Racing 3 plays, so you're going to have to get used to it. That way, you know how to get out of a skid. You have to know how to get out of a skid. So you see here, I reversed my steering and got back on track, and I kept going. I won this race. Here's the hit. I reversed the steering, and I get back on track. All right, let's watch another one. Watch the second box. Did you see that? Again, watch the second bot. There's a line of 4 cars. Watch that second bot. Watch what it does. The bot threw itself into a skid and blocked the road. This is very common at this turn at Spa. It's crucial timing on the part of that bot. Now, I did this one just to show you why you want to avoid side-by-side racing at Spa. So I did this on purpose. So you saw that? Watch the hit. So you see this? He never hit me, never touched me. Bots do not have to touch your car in order to change the direction of your steer. This bot didn't come close to hitting me, but it knocked me to the left, off center, just that quick, and sent my car flying laterally across the turn. So we'll take a closer look at the hit, frame by frame. See that? This is stuff you have to be ready for, because you have to get back. You don't want to rage quit. You want to learn how to get out of these skids and back on track as soon as possible. So let's watch it again. But avoid side-by-side racing through this turn. Well, you see that? I stayed off the wall. Now this is one where Let's wait till it runs through. I'll let you watch it first. So you saw what just happened to my car? It flipped completely around. So this is a technique I use sometimes where I purposely slam into this wall. I brake too late, slam into the wall. So watch this. And my car flipped around in the other direction. So normally I slam into this wall, bounce off, and then go around the turn. This is the first time it didn't work for me. I don't know how my car ended up flipping around, but I went ahead and finished this race. I ended up in second place. I don't think we want to watch anymore. I think that's the last one. Let me see. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. All right, so the thing is, when it comes to skidding, please understand that skidding can be caused by turning the steering wheel, going around a corner. You can be going down a straightaway and going through a skid. And so you want to practice them so you know how to get out of them and understand that each one of the cars have different skid characteristics, such as let me show you the Porsche and the Toyota up here in this LMP. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, there's 919 Hybrid, for example. My favorite car. These cars here, they're hard. You can drift them and you can cause them to skid, but it's very difficult to go into an unplanned skid in these cars because they have great grip. Whereas there's other cars such as the Porsche Turbo, even the car that I'm racing right now, this Ford Shelby GT350, this one right here. Let's take a look at this car. This car here will go into a skid very easily. Okay? And so the thing you want to do is learn how to get out of them. And it's really hard to find someone showing you the different types of crashes that can occur. And so one of the things you have to know also is about driver assist and steering sensitivity. You have different types of wheel configurations that you can use. I'm going to tell you something. This is the first time I've ever gone past tilt B. I've only ever used tilt B and tilt A. I've never even considered using the steering wheel on the screen or anything like that. The thing about all of these controls and the steering sensitivity and primarily the driver assist, the more steering sensitivity and driver assist you use, the slower your car will be. But after you turn them off, you do not have total control of your car. You have more control of your car, but there's a percentage of control when it comes to your car that is always handed over to the bot. And the bot can touch your car and take control over your car, or it can hit you like I showed you in some of those videos I showed you. And it can change the direction of your steering instantly, so fast that you'll blink and your car will be facing in another direction. You never have total control over your car when you're racing bots. The only time you have most control is when you're doing time trials or you're doing the time sections, autocross, or you're doing speed records or the speed snap. when there's no other cars on the track. Any other time, if there's bots on the track, this is why they changed the multiplayer. And because back in the day, dudes would get on the multiplayer and they just go block the track. And some people thought people were blocking the track so that their friends could run off and go win. And so multiplayer for the longest time was pointless because dudes weren't racing. They were just crashing people. And thank God now they have it set up for ghosting. So you can't do that anymore. So just understand, you will never have total control over your car where there's other bots on the track. And those two things are the most important. And if you're just starting and your plan is to become a 1%er, which I'll show you a 1%ers right now. So we go somewhere where I've been working. I'm working my way from 2019 through 2020. Right now I'm working on the 2020 Grand Prix season. So I'm up to number 6. Like this will be the next thing I'm working on. So what I'm doing is in the 2020 and in the 2019, I'm practicing at different tracks, like Yaz, for example, to get better at the time trial, okay? And what I'll do is, like, see here, I've gotten up to Group B, 7 seconds off the world leaders. So I'll pick this guy, for example. He's always consistently one of the top 10 drivers in the world in Real Racing 3, and I'll study his driving style and race against him. If you want to get as good as a top A level driver, like I've made top level A here, number 1766 in the world at Monza 2019, you have to turn off the assists. It's better if you, like now you're just beginning, to turn the assist off now. Do not learn how to drive with the assist on because it'll handicap you. And after you've learned how to drive without the assist, you'll never be able to go back to using them because you'll realize the car is too slow. So the sooner you do it, the better. When I first started playing Real Racing 3, especially when I first started making videos, all my videos were geared towards how to make more money and how to get gold. And just in the last, say, year, I've only been concentrating on how to race without the assist on. And when I first did it, I used to be angry because I couldn't figure it out, didn't understand what was going on. And now I race zero sensitivity and no assist, no matter which car I'm racing. And I'm telling you, it's better if you do it. The earlier you do it, the better. And those are the things I have for you. So just to recap, number one, if you don't have a lot of disposable money, be careful spending it. It's not to say don't, just understand, Real Racing 3 ain't cheap. The second thing is dissect the anatomy of crashes so you understand how to recover from them. Because typically most crashes will result in your car skidding, spinning, or sliding sideways. And the sooner you know how to recover from them, the better. So I've got 2 videos up on the causes of spinning, so you can see. It's only to show you what causes spinning. And so watch it. I got a video called Spin Cycle and a video called More Spin Cycle. And I just demonstrated to you the bot crashes. But your car can also go into a skid, an unplanned skid on its own, but don't overreact to it. An unplanned skid is just you drifting, and some cars drift easier than others. So lastly, what I'm going to tell you is that if you are an artist, since I got this car up, I'll show you. If you're a visual artist or artist of inspiration, Real Racing 3 offers this customizing section here. So here I'll show you that with these particular vinyls, all these are is the same vinyl being used. Oh, I don't even know how many times I used it. It's just one vinyl. in the Halloween. It's this whatever this thing. I'll highlight. I can't even highlight it, but I'll highlight it like that. It's this one vinyl, different colors. I used orange, red, purple, and a light purple. And then I came in and put numbers in. And where I needed to, I cut down. Like I'll move this out the way so you can see. I'll put it over here, for example, so you can see. I just put the little ghost heads with different colors and different shadings, and I came in with that and blocked it off. So to put it back like that and color it black. And the color is the base color for the car. I'll have to fix this a little later. Let me see. Bring it down. I can fix this later, it's no big deal. And so I'll just leave it there. And I just put it in, and as you see, it looks like flames, like racing flames. And I came in and put the number 10 in the same color pattern. So if you're a visual artist or you get inspired by things that you see, there are more than enough colors. Here are a bunch of colors here. And then they have paint colors. There's so many here. And if you were an artist and you easily, there's some, I'm going to tell you, some of the artwork I've seen on cars in Real Racing 3 is absolutely unbelievable. Some of the scenes that people have done on cars. But if you're an artist, that's one of the features in Real Racing 3 where you can express yourself with your art. So that's all I have for you. And hopefully the tips I've given you will help get you out on the right foot. And Real Racing 3 and Fire Monkeys, they have a lot of guys that they call game changers that offer great tips on how you can become better faster. So I would implore you to watch their videos, study their driving habits, but be sensible about it, that the game has features that you may not like. It's just how it is, and you can be good at controlling those features. So have a nice evening.